Good morning. Good morning. Having a conversation with my dog. Actually, he's talking. I'm just listening. Go get your toy. My dog is so funny. Oh, how are you doing this morning? Trying to get in the groove. You are too. Hi, sweetheart. Connor's wound up this morning. Good morning, Shelly. Connor says hi to Peyton. No, don't you knock that over. Hi, buddy. Good morning to you too. Go get your toy. So, stop talking back. Naughty little boy. Anyway, how are you doing this morning? Well, I thought about going to a chamber meeting this morning at 7:30, and I did wake up at like 5, so I could have done it. Excuse me, but then I got into the whole, okay, am I going to then do my Facebook Live at like 6:45, or am I going to wait? I don't have time after because I've got a 9 o'clock meeting. And so anyway, I decided I would just do a little meditation this morning instead and skip that meeting. So, because, you know, if it happens to be, it's a networking group, and if it happens to be a bunch of people I really like, then I'll want to go every week, and then I'll have the same issue every Wednesday. So, morning and morning, Connor. Yeah, so anyway, here I am. I didn't go to it. I do have another networking group after my office meeting this morning, so I think that's enough meetings for one day, right? 2, that's enough. So let's see what's going on. Did you guys get to see the video that Sandy and I did yesterday afternoon? Around lunchtime we did it. Sandy is a fellow hypnotherapist. She and I went to school together, and we are doing some collaborating on things, and we joined the Chamber of Commerce together, and so we're kind of tag teaming some of those things and promoting one another's businesses as well. And we're also putting together some some workshops, and we're going to be doing some fun stuff. We're going to do some things on, some of our normal things like, stress management and weight management and some stuff like that. We'll also do some kind of a little more woo-woo type things for those who like those things, like doing a group regression and some stuff like that. So anyway, we've got lots of pretty cool stuff coming up, and I'm excited to be working with her. She's awesome. But if you didn't see the video, please go watch it. It's on here. And we talked about stress during the holidays. Stress from just being around family and some of the emotions that brings out, some of the things that we get triggered on. We talked about weight during the holidays and food and eating, and those of us who are trying to control that, how those emotional triggers can trigger us to eat, to try to compensate for those feelings that we are having. So anyway, we just gave some ideas on one great takeaway, I think, was using yourself as a human pendulum in order to muscle test. And so anyway, check that video out. I think it's awesome. So today's chapter in the Book of Awakening by Mark Nepo is called In an Eagle's Eye. The vastness of this endless sky is reflected in the corner of an eagle's eye. In just this way, the heart, when lifted, reflects up the universe. This is a good chapter. I just skimmed it before I came on this morning. You're going to like this. As the moon brings sun to those turned from the light, the opened heart brings love to those struggling through darkness. It is important to remember here that the moon is not the source of light, but a reflection. And likewise, as magnificent as the heart is, it is not the source of love, but a conveyor of forces often out of view when we are struggling. I have come to realize that the people that I've admired, my words aren't coming out right today. I've come to realize that the people I've admired throughout my life, the ones I've tried to emulate, were all like the moon appearing in the night. And though I secretly wanted to be like these wonderful people, it was their openness that allowed them to shine in the middle of my darkness. An openness I didn't need to copy or envy, just uncover in myself. That's huge right there. I think of my grandmother, whose huge immigrant warmth enabled me to see myself, the way a full moon lets you see your hands in the dark. And there was the one teacher with the golden eye, who held truth in the air before our confused young egos, and somehow it relaxed me into finding what really matters. And then there was the 70-year-old priest who led my wellness group, so genuine in his love that his heart reflected everything with equal detail and compassion, our pain and grace, our fear and hope, our confusion and certainty. All this to somehow say that to care is to rise above things without leaving them. When we care, we receive the truth that lives beneath words. And the sense of what is too much to say then reflects off our hearts, soothing those around us. Wow. You ever feel like that? Do you ever feel like, do you ever have those moments where you feel like you have so much love in your heart that you can't even express those words? Or do you ever experience being around somebody who is that person who has all that love and who is just like open, and you can feel the love coming from them to you in just such a safe, sacred way? There are people who very naturally hold space for others. I've been around so many of these people in my lifetime, and I'm so grateful for them. And that's who I emulate. That's who I strive to be like. Because it's just, you know that when you're talking to them, there's no judgment. There's just this pure, beautiful heart full of love that is so accepting. And you can't help but feel it. It just radiates out from them. Yep. Shelley says, yep. My Reiki master, Lisa Salen, is one of those people. And she has the most beautiful heart. And I think that's why I chose, when she left Sweeha last year, why I chose to follow her and go to her own classes that she's doing outside of Sweeha. I don't get the credits for it, but it's okay. I don't really need any more credits. I've got a lot of elective credits for my degree. And she's just somebody I want to be around. And she's somebody that I want to emulate. And sometimes, when I'm struggling with something, when I'm meditating, it's a question I ask. I'm like, what would Lisa do? What would I feel right now if she were standing in front of me? And I can go to that place. So I'm sure Lisa doesn't even realize what a big influence she has been on me. And, it's one of those things, you try to tell them how much they mean to you. Again, it's the feelings underneath the words. Sometimes you can't put all those feelings into words. And I don't know, I just think that's really beautiful, because we've all had those people in our lives. And I think all of us, anybody who watches this for sure, I know, is someone who tries to emulate that, who tries to be that for others. And because this is not This is not a little show. I don't know what to even call this. It's not a podcast, not a call. This is live. That's all I call it. This is not something that a person who is not necessarily of the light or a light worker or way shower in some way is watching. That's not who tunes in and watches. So those who watch this are people who are working with light and who want to be those way showers. So anyway, here's an exercise you can do. Sit with a trusted loved one and describe the heart of someone you admire. Hey, I just did that. I didn't know I was doing it. How have you benefited from this person's grace? Where does this grace live in you? Can you benefit yourself? Meditate together on the quality of heart you admire and invite it to show itself through you. Yeah, beautiful. So, how about a postcard from Spirit today? Whew, I pulled one yesterday that was just like, oh, bam, it just hit me. I was like, oh my God, thank you. That is just so what I needed to hear. Was it yesterday or the day before? Now I don't remember for sure. It was just beautiful, really beautiful. I was going to pull it on here, but I kind of ran long because I ramble sometimes. And so anyway, I just did it after. So here we go. Here we go. Postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. Enjoy. Dearest you, you have a unique purpose and destiny that only you can fulfill. But first, you need to know that destiny isn't a destination. You don't arrive at some special place where, poof, you're perfect and happy all the time. Damn it. It's about establishing and firming up a commitment to a certain experience, whatever form that takes. Your soul knows what you need to experience. Your destiny is to be present to all of life's adventures, to discover your talents and full potential through allowing inspiration to lead you, and to risk standing apart from the crowd to listen to your soul. You are special as much as you are also, paradoxically, one with the world, individual yet part of the great whole. Both truths have led you to this moment where we are saying you are on the right track, even if your ego self doesn't see that. Listen to your soul. Check in with Spirit. Keep going. Spirit loves you. Life loves you. We love you. I love these cards so much. Even when it's a message I've heard before, I know it's a message that I need to hear again. Yeah, sometimes, you know. Yeah, being on the right track. And, you know, sometimes we do have to stand apart to be there. And God knows I've experienced that. I experience it every day. That, you know, I don't fit in where I used to. And maybe I never did fit in there. I think probably I did for a while, but it wasn't meant to be forever, right? So, it's just nice to get those confirmations that we're on the right track. Whoops, oh shit, what did you say oh shit about? I missed that in the reading. I'm not sure which part of that was. So anyway, kind of congested today. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Just got a frog in my throat. Spirit's message, okay. In other words, that spoke to you. and it touched something, right? That's Theo shit. I know, every time I read one of these, I think it's just me. I think it's only speaking to me, and that's not ever the case. It's never the case. Whoever needs to hear this message hears it. And so, because not everybody stays on these until the end. So, the ones that do get the message. And that's all that matters. Cool beans. So anyway, you guys have a great day. I'll get off of here and get trucking on my day and make it a wonderful Wednesday. And it's we're almost halfway through the week here, guys. What else is coming up this week? Anything fun? I got class this weekend. I am auditing a Reiki class at Sweeha, and I like to go to other people's Reiki classes because I'm getting ready to do some of my own teaching, my own Reiki teaching, and you know, I like to see how other people teach. I like to see what they bring to the table so that I can pick and choose and how I do it. And you know, by far my favorite teacher so far has been Lisa. That's why I stay with her for everything. So it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it because I always pick up something new, something I didn't remember. Being with other people, other classmates, and experiencing it through their eyes is so heartwarming. So anyway, it'll be a fun weekend. So we'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a great day. I love you and I thank you for being here. Bye.